So gold has been in a prolonged downtrend. As we can see, it's making a series of lower highs and lower lows. Look at this downtrend on the daily time frame, on the 4 hour time frame. The same thing is on a is a downtrend, right? And then we see this weekly time frame is also, it's currently still in an uptrend, because weekly time frame is still currently in an uptrend, right? The reason why it's still an uptrend is because of, this is the last structural low for the weekly time frame. This is the last structural low. So I love this type of trades when price goes to the very low. So this is the last structural low, yeah. And someone could say, okay, this is also a an order block on the weekly time frame here as well. Here, someone would say this is, and this thing is liquidity, but this for me is just a support. So we go to the daily time frame, and I see a I see a bullish divergence. So a bullish divergence because price is currently still going lower, while the indicator, that is the RSI, is going higher. So this is a bullish divergence, and I really like to trade divergence because it's telling you that price is exhausted. There are times that the price is just gonna be a short-term reversal, but other times it's gonna be a prolonged reversal. So I don't know what it's gonna do, because when I place this idea, when I place signal and the idea on TradingView, someone had commented that there was a fundamental news on gold. I don't know about the fundamental news because I don't trade fundamental analysis. I trade just technicals. So, and as we know, I just try to make sense of the price, and which is why I feel like price action is king, because it's very intuitive. Like, you just use your common sense, and if you understand the basics of trading, it's really very easy for you to make decisions off of the way price is moving. So first thing I like to do, I like to look for trend lines if I see any, and I see this trend line here, right? So that trend line there, and I'll also take cognizance of the fact that this is a resistance. So I have to draw all my zones out. So this is a resistance here. That is a resistance for me. That is a resistance for me. And then I see this divergence, and then I go to the 4 hour time frame, and you know the divergence was really prolonged. It was still going down, and then I see, okay, price did this, and then price did this double bottom. So it's somewhat similar to the Eurocad I analyzed in my previous video. We see this double bottom, right? And yeah, you could take the trade from here, but I didn't see it from there. Okay, yeah, I did see from there. Yeah, I'm getting confused now because on the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, I did see from there. So I go to my 1 hour time frame. So I took two trades on this. I saw two entries on this, and I posted it. So now on the 1 hour time frame, it's kind of clearer. We see price was first acting like this was where it was gonna hold. I waited for price here. Actually, I remember waiting for price here. I drawn this zone, and I was waiting for price. Actually, I waited for price. I thought that this was where price was gonna move from, like this, like so. But price didn't do that, so I was not interested in trading again, because I thought that it was actually not gonna go with the bullish engulfing, the bullish divergence that I was seeing. So that invalidated my setup, and I was waiting. So I waited, and I saw price come here, right? So now price came here, and the next thing price did was it came to reject that initial trend line I drew. That became a resistance for it, and it was coming back down. So the moment it came back down, this is the first time I've ever taken gold, because I have not traded gold. I'm scared of gold like shit. So this was the resistance, and this held, and it came back down. So the moment it was coming back down, I see this is this is the last structural low for this, for gold, and I have come and I draw my support here. And now I draw my support. I also see this other block here on the 1 hourly time frame. So I put it here. Yeah. And so this is my support. Yeah. So now After seeing that support, I head over to my 30 minutes time frame. I go to my 30 minutes time frame and I see this bullish engulfing candle, and I also see another. Okay, it wasn't really like it, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't a book. Let me see the 45 minutes. Nothing. Okay, let me see 15 minutes. I think I saw another bullish engulfing somewhere. Oh yeah, I'm right. I saw another bullish divergence here on the 15 minutes time frame. So this told me that the price was gonna move from this place. I talked about bullish divergence on the other video. I like trading. I love bullish and bearish divergence. I love divergence. Period. So you see this bullish divergence. I've been able to create a picture from the weekly time frame and down to the 15-minute time frame. Now I'm trying to understand what price is trying to do. Right. That is how I trade my price action. I don't know about others. And so then I see this little double bottom again on the 15 minutes time frame, but I'm not seeing any bearish and any bullish engulfing. So I go to my 30 minutes time frame and I see a clear bullish engulfing candle. So I place my first entry here. Actually, I place my first entry here and I place my stop loss just below that entry. Risky, I know. And then my first take profit was supposed to be here. That was my first take profit. So this would have been a clean 1:4, right? This would have been a clean 1:4, actually, guys. A clean 1:4. So that was the first entry. And then that was the first entry. And then my second entry was I already prepared. I know that price is gonna, if price was gonna continue going up, and based on the daily divergence, the daily bullish divergence I've seen, this is where I expect price to stop at. This line here, this place here. But then again, I also need to take cognizance of this trend line that's coming from the weekly time frame or the daily time frame. And this is a trend line, and if we go on the 4 hour, we'll see another other block somewhere or resistance somewhere around here. So I know there was a possibility that price could stop at this confluence here. And also there's still like a gap here, so price could also do it, price could also stop here too. So these are possibilities of where price is going to react from. But I feel like I'm looking at how the market reacts when it gets to all these places, because you have to also understand I'm currently on the trade and I'm managing it. You have to understand all the possible places that could obstruct price from going further into your direction. So my second entry for gold was somewhat similar to the first entry though. So this time I took that from a 30 minutes time frame. So now this is a 1 hour time frame. I wanted price to break the structure, and it broke the structure around here. This was a break of structure, and then I wanted it to come back into that support, now that new support zone, and react there, and it did react. So then I go to my 15 minutes time frame and I see that price gives me another double bottom. Gold makes double bottoms a lot, so if I don't see double bottom, I don't trade gold. That's my thing. And then it makes this move, and you could take this trade. I placed this trade and I took this trade here. I placed my stop loss. Actually, I took it at the close of this bullish engulfing and I put it here, right? I didn't even see this re-entry. I didn't see that, but I was not in profit, so I'm not like stacking my trades. But in case you had missed this, another entry would have been, you wait for the structure to break and then you pull back into the zone. This would have been another place for you to just place a buy limit or buy stop. I don't even know the meaning of those things anymore. You place it here, right? And then you could have put your take profit anywhere around those obstructions I was talking about. But this would have been a very, very clean. So I'm currently on this trade, guys. So this is the two entries that I took from gold, and then the other video, Eurocat. I just had to split the video because it's too long. So smash that. Make sure you smash that like button and you subscribe, please, and you You comment, and you join my journey and make the channel grow. Yeah, I want to show you that this thing is possible. You can make money from this thing, and price action is king, guys. So see you again in my next video.